Assalamualaikum and good morning to beloved madam and everyone. Today we are pleased to present our research report titled Factors Influencing Purchase Intention Towards Healthy Food Among Students of UiTM Kota Baharu. Hello, my name is Ainur and my group members are Aifa, Aisha and Huwaida. Without further ado, we will now walk you through our research report.
Now I will present chapter 1. Firstly, the background of the study. The background of the study explains that health awareness continues to increase. Young consumers are becoming more interested in purchasing healthy food products. Their purchase intention is influenced by health consciousness and values, attitude, and social influence. However, despite the growing demand for healthy food, there is still limited research examining this factor collectively among university students. Next, the problem statement. Problem statement highlight that unhealthy eating habit among UiTM Kota Baru students remain a concern due to busy lifestyle and fast food consumption. Although awareness of healthy food is increasing, previous studies have reported inconsistent findings on the influence of health consciousness and values, attitude, and social influence on purchase intention. The research objective for number 1 is to identify the factor influencing the purchase intention towards healthy foods among students UiTM Kota Baru. Number 2, to identify the relationship of health consciousness and value towards the purchase intention of healthy foods among students UiTM Kota Baru. Number 3, to investigate the influence of attitudes towards the purchase intention of healthy foods among students UiTM Kota Baru. And number 4 is to determine the importance of the social influence towards the purchase intention of healthy food among students at MKT575. So the research question for number 1 is, what are the factors that play into influencing the purchase intention towards healthy food among students of UiTM Kota Baru? Number 2, what is the relationship of health consciousness and value with the purchase intention of healthy food among students of UiTM Kota Baru? Number 3, what are the influence of attitudes towards the purchase intention of healthy foods among students of UiTM Kota Baru? And lastly is, what is the importance of the social influence with the purchase intention of healthy foods among students of UiTM Kota Baru? Next, the significance of this study is that it contributes to academic knowledge, assist marketers in developing effective marketing strategies, and support policymakers in promoting healthy eating habit among students. The scope of the study focused on UiTM Kota Baru students aged 19 to 30 years old and above to examine health consciousness and values, attitude, and social influence as the main factor influencing healthy food purchase intention. The operational definition describes health consciousness and value as awareness and concern for health, attitude as consumers' positive or negative evaluation of healthy food, and social influence as the effect of family, friends, and peers of purchase decisions. Finally, the study has several limitations, including limited secondary data, self-reported questionnaire bias, types construction, limited social influence factors, and a sample restricted to UiTM Kota Baru students.
Now I'm presenting the chapter 2, discussing the literature review related to our study. Based on the previous research, 3 factors were identified as influencing the purchase intention of healthy food among students UiTM Kota Baharu. The first factor, which is health consciousness and value, refer to how much consumers care about their health and the importance they place on healthy living. So the previous study found that consumers with higher health awareness are more likely to choose healthy food because they understand the nutritional benefits. The second factor, which is attitude, refer to consumers with positive or negative evaluation towards healthy food. Studies show that the young consumer with positive attitude towards healthy food have a strong intention to purchasing it, even the price is relatively higher. The last factor, which is social influence, refer to the impact of family, friends, and peers on consumer purchasing decision. Although the previous study reported mixed findings, social influence they encourage healthy food purchases through recommendations, sharing experience, and healthy lifestyle trends. Now, the development of research hypotheses. Based on literature review, 3 research hypotheses were developed. For the first hypothesis proposed health consciousness and value, the second hypothesis proposed attitude, and the third hypothesis proposed social influence that has a significant relationship with purchase intention among students of UiTM Kota Baharu. Lastly, development of conceptual framework. This framework illustrates the relationship between the variables in our study. The 3 independent variables, which is the health consciousness and value, attitude, and social influence, are proposed to influence the dependent variable, which is purchase intention. This framework serves as a basis for testing our 3 research hypotheses.
Next, I will present Chapter 3, Research Methodology. This study adopted a quantitative research design using a structured questionnaire to examine the factors influencing healthy food purchase intention among UiTM Kota Baru students. The questionnaire consists mainly of closed-ended questions and was distributed online through Google Forms to increase accessibility and response rates. Study focused on three independent variables, which is health consciousness and value, attitude, and social influence. The collected data were analyzed using descriptive statistics. For the sampling design, the target population consists of UiTM Kota Baru students aged between 19 and 30 years old and above, as they represent young consumers who are increasingly aware of healthy lifestyles and food choices. In terms of sample size, this age group provided a relevant and manageable sample for studying university students' purchasing behavior while ensuring statistical reliability. The sampling frame included UiTM Kota Baru students who met the study criteria. Respondents were screened based on their demographic characteristics and their awareness or experience with healthy food products to ensure that the sample represented the target population. For the sampling technique, this study used convenience sampling, which is a non-probability sampling method. Respondents were selected based on their availability, accessibility, and willingness to participate. Finally, the data collection method involved an online survey using Google Forms. This mobile-friendly platform allowed respondents to answer the questionnaire conveniently and help achieve a higher response rates. The collected data were then analyzed using SPSS, enabling the researchers to identify trends, measure respondents' attitudes, and produce accurate findings to address the research objective.
Hi, my name is Waida. Now I will explain the data analysis preparation in Chapter 4. Data coding and cleaning were conducted to ensure the accuracy and completeness of the data collected. The analysis showed that all 151 respondents completed the survey, resulting in a 100% valid response rate. Therefore, no data cleaning issue were found and the data was ready for further analysis. On the other hand, the normality test showed that all variables had acceptable skewness and kurtosis value. This indicates that the data were approximately normally distributed and suitable for further statistical analysis. Overall, the variables recorded high mean score, reflecting positive responses from the respondents. On top of that, reliability test was conducted using Chromebox Alpha to measure the consistency of the questionnaire items. A value of 0.70 or above indicates acceptable reliability. In this study, purchase intention scored 0.940, health consciousness and value 0.894, and for the attitude 0.878, and for the social influence are 0.896. Since all values are above 0.70, all constructs are considered reliable with good to excellent internal consistency. Next, for the frequency analysis, showed that out of 151 respondents, most were female, aged 19 to 20, and degree students. Most received less than 500 monthly allowance. In addition, all respondents agreed that healthy food is important, and the most recognized healthy food brand was Nestle Fitness Whole Grain Breakfast Cereal. Then, for the descriptive analysis, showed that all variables recorded high mean scores above 4.0. Purchase intention had the highest mean of 4.30, followed by health consciousness and value at 4.25, attitude at 4.23, and social influence at 4.17. Overall, the findings indicate that UiTM Kota Baru students have a high intention to purchase healthy food and positive perceptions toward healthy eating. Now, let's move to the correlation analysis. Showed that all independent variables have a significant positive relationship with purchase intention P less than 0.01. Health consciousness and value had the strongest relationship with the R equal 0.845, followed by attitude R equal 0.751, and social influence R equal 0.673. This means all three factors positively influence students' intention to purchase healthy food. Next, regression analysis showed that the model was significant if P is less than 0.001. Health consciousness and value and attitude had significant positive effects on purchase intention, while social influence had a significant negative effect. Although multicollinearity was detected, all variables were restrained for hypothesis testing. Now, let's move to the chapter 5, which is just discussions of findings. For hypothesis testing, H1 and H2 were accepted, while H3 was rejected. H1 shows a significant relationship between health consciousness and value and purchase intention. H2 also indicates a significant relationship between attitude and purchase intention. However, H3 shows that social influence does not have a significant relationship with purchase intention. Therefore, only health consciousness and value and attitude are significant predictors of purchase intention amongst UiTM Kota Baru students. Now, I'll pass to the next presenter.
Finally, I will present Chapter 6, Recommendations and Conclusions. Based on the findings, this study proposed 3 recommendations. First one is healthy food businesses should introduce a healthy food loyalty program to reward healthy behaviors. Second, they should establish a student health ambassador program to encourage peer influence in promoting healthy food. And the last one is universities should provide smart healthy food vending machines that offer nutritious food and recommend healthier choices. In conclusion, this study found that health consciousness and value, attitude, and social influence all have significant positive relationships with healthy food purchase intention among UiTM Kota Baru students. That's all from us. Thank you.